Now, the president's barrage of tariffs against Canada, Mexico and China could have a significant impact on global trade. By imposing a tariff, a country is, in effect, putting a tax on the goods imported from another country. So, if goods worth $100,000 are imported, subject to a 25% tariff, there would be a $25,000 charge. Importers are responsible for paying these levies when their shipments arrive and are likely to pass the cost on to consumers in the form of higher prices, even though Donald Trump campaigned strongly on Joe Biden's record on inflation. Now, another fallout of tariffs is a potential cycle of retaliation or a trade war, with a sanctioned country deciding to hit back with tariffs of its own. Supply chains could also be disrupted, especially if an industry is heavily integrated across different nations. And economists say this could lead to prices going up as it adds to inflation. Now, in the case of Trump's tariffs, one economic research company thinks these measures could trigger a rebound in consumer price inflation later this year of between 3% and 4%, making it much harder for the US Federal Reserve to lower interest rates. Well, Diana Magnay gave us this update from DC.
I don't think that he's going to lessen the pace of his rhetoric. He is on fighting spirit at the beginning of this trade war, and I think he intends to continue in that vein. A tweet or a post on Truth Social this morning saying we pay hundreds of billions of dollars to subsidize Canada. Why? There is no reason. We don't need anything they have. Without this massive subsidy, Canada ceases to exist as a viable country. Harsh but true. Therefore, Canada should become our cherished 51st state. Much lower taxes and far better military protection for the people of Canada, and no tariffs. Again, this threat or this declaration that Donald Trump would like to see Canada incorporated within the federal United States, something that Canada has categorically rejected, in which I think on the campaign trail people were more willing perhaps to think that he was joking about, alongside these threats against Greenland and against the Panama Canal. But look where we are now, a few weeks into his presidency. You have the US Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, on his first foreign trip abroad in Panama, which Donald Trump has said he wants to take the Panama Canal. We know that he had a very testy conversation with the Danish Prime Minister, where he reiterated, reportedly extremely aggressively, his desire to buy Greenland for strategic reasons. And then you have, once again, a huge amount of economic pressure on his closest trading partner, Canada, to the sort of fallback or become a member of the United States Federation of States. I think this argument that Donald Trump uses again and again, that this is about illegal fentanyl flows and illegal immigration, seems more of a pretext than it is a justification for tariffs, a justification to his base perhaps. But we heard last night from Justin Trudeau that only 1% of fentanyl or illegal immigration flows into the United States via the Canadian border, and he is working to try and reduce even that. And so you do begin to wonder how serious Donald Trump actually is about trying to break Canada economically and bring it into the United States.